press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, let us move on to part 27 of organic chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. In the previous class we discussed about the common name and IUPAC name of some ketones, acid anhydrides and acid chlorides. Let us move on to the next class of organic compounds today, that is 11th one, esters. Esters. And what is the general representation? RCOOR dash. RCOOR dash. In this, R dash is always alkyl group. It is always alkyl group, but R may be hydrogen or alkyl group. It may be hydrogen or alkyl group. So R dash is always an alkyl group. If R dash is hydrogen, then it will be carboxylic acid. Therefore, it must be alkyl, but R is always, R may be hydrogen or any alkyl group, but R dash is always alkyl group. And what is the general formula for this? So, general formula here is general formula for esters. So, what is the general formula? Alkyl group is here CnH2n plus 1. Okay, then CO2 is there. So, CO2, and as we derived the general formula for carboxylic acids, that is you can give the general formula like this: CnH2n plus 1 CO2 CnH2n plus 1, because this is the general formula of alkyl groups here. If you put n is equal to 0, 1, 2 here, so it starts from hydrogen here, but here n must be 1, 2, 3. We cannot give 0. If we give 0 here, it will be H. The R dash will be H. So, if we give 0 here and if we give 1 here, then it will be H, because this will be 0, H1 COO CH3, because C1 H, 2 into 1, 2 plus 1. So, CH3, that will be the first member you will get. So, here you can start it from 0 and here you can start it from 1. And another general formula that we derived on the basis of not on the functional group, but on the basis of elements present in a given compound, say carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. On the basis of that, we derived one more general formula for carboxylic acid, that is CnH2nO2. Correct? So, instead of CnH2nO2 here, so CnH2n minus 1 O2, because one hydrogen atom will be less here. We removed the hydrogen of carboxylic acids. Therefore, you can derive it as CnH2n minus 1 O2 and CnH2n plus 1. Here you give the value from 1, 2, 3, and here the value from n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So, you can give these two general formula for esters. These are the two general formula for esters. Okay. So, on the basis of functional group COO, therefore I have written CO2, and here O2 only on the basis of number of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Now, what are these esters? So, esters are the products of, so what is this? Carboxylic acid. When it reacts with alcohol, carboxylic acid and alcohol, the reaction between carboxylic acid and alcohol takes place, and reaction, in this reaction OH of acid and H of alcohol reacts, and it results in the formation of RCOOR dash. So, look at here, esters are the products of acid, reaction between acid and an alcohol. So RCOOH, when it reacts with R dash OH, so from RCOOH, OH undergoes reaction and H from the alcohol, and that results in the formation of RCOOR dash. Means this alkyl group is always from alcohol. Remember, this is very important. COO is a functional group of ester. What is the functional group here? So, functional group of ester, functional group here is COO. COO is the functional group, and structure we can write it as C double bond O, correct? So, this is the functional group of ester. So, this functional group, after the COO group, whatever the alkyl group comes, then it is from the alcohol. It is from the alcohol, and this alkyl group is always from acid. Always from acid. So remember, this is from acid and this one is from alcohol. Clear? Now this is the general representation of esters. Esters are the product of reaction between carboxylic acid and the alcohol. So the R dash here is always an alkyl group, because this is a alkyl group always from the alcohol, and this is from acid. So therefore, then how to give the common name here? So while giving the common name, first we have to give the common name of R dash. Common name of R dash. R dash means it is an alkyl group. Common name of R dash plus. Next we have to add the common name of the acid on the basis of number of carbon atoms. So if it is hydrogen, we have to consider only one carbon. So we have to give the common name of acid. Carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid means RCOO. We have to give the common name of acid, from which you have to eliminate ic acid and we have to add ATE. We have to add ATE. So first you have to write the common name of alkyl group R dash, and followed by you have to add the common name of acid, that is RCOO group, and from which you have to remove ic acid and you have to add the word ATE, and that gives the common name of the given the given ester. So in this way you have to give the name of esters. First comes the alkyl group, that is R dash, its common name, and followed by the common name of the acid, that is RCOO, because this is from acid, correct? So common name of the acid, from which we had to remove ic acid, terminal ic acid, and then we had to add the word ATE. Then we will get the common name of the esters. Then what is the IUPAC name? IUPAC name. Here also you have to give the name of IUPAC name of. IUPAC name is same in alkyl group. IUPAC name of alkyl group R dash. So it is nothing but alkyl group. IUPAC name of alkyl group, followed by IUPAC name of RCOO under acid. It is nothing but an acid. So IUPAC name of acid. What is IUPAC name of acid? Alkanoic acid, correct? So what is the IUPAC name of carboxylic acids in general? Alkanoic acid, from which you have to remove ic acid and you have to add the word ATE. So from the common IUPAC name, ic acid is replaced by ATE. Ic acid is replaced by ATE. Then what will be the name? Alkyl alkanoate. So in general, alkyl alkanoate. So here ic acid is replaced by ATE, then the name becomes alkyl alkanoate. So alkyl alkanoate is the IUPAC name of esters. The name of the alkyl group is the name of the R dash. So this alkyl group is always the name of that alkyl group which comes after COO group. Remember, in alkyl, alkanoate or in a common name, first comes the name of the alkyl group, that is R dash, and that alkyl group comes in an ester after COO group. Clear? So let us move on to the examples. Note down this first and let us move on to the examples. So take down the example now. Let us start with the example. It is R. Let us take the examples. So take down the first example. Make 3 columns as usual. It is formula. First column, in the first column you write formula. Okay. And in a second column write common name. And in the third column you write IUPAC name. Okay. So first is the formula, second column you write a common name, and in the third column you write IUPAC name. So write on the first compound. So I replaced R by H, and as we know that this R dash will be alkyl group. So the first alkyl group is CH3. Therefore HCOOCH3. And what is the IUPAC name here? IUPAC name here is alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl group is R dash, alkanoate is RCOO group. Clear? Now let us move on to the common name. What is the common name here? First you have to write the common name of R dash. What is R dash here? CH3. Correct? So what is the name of CH3? Methyl. What is the common name of CH3? Methyl. Correct? And what is the common name of an acid which containing 1 carbon? Here we have 1 carbon in RCOO group. So hydrogen, R is hydrogen and it containing 1 carbon. What is the common name of acid which containing 1 carbon? It is formic acid. From formic acid you have to remove ic acid, therefore you have to replace it by ATE, hence the name becomes formate, methyl formate. So the name is methyl formate. Clear? Methyl formate. Then similarly, what is the IUPAC name? Alkyl alkanoate. So alkyl group is methyl. What is the IUPAC name of formic acid? Methanoic acid. Correct? IUPAC name of formic acid is methanoic acid. Methyl methanoic acid. And while writing the ester name, you have to remove ic acid and you have to replace it by ATE. Then the name becomes methyl methanoate. What is the name? Methyl methanoate. Clear? Now let us move on to the second one. I'll write CH3, COO, CH3. Here both R and R dash are alkyl groups here. What is the name of R dash? Methyl. Name of R dash is methyl group. And what is the common name of carboxylic acid which containing 2 carbon atoms? It is nothing but acetic acid. So acetic acid, ic acid is removed by replaced by ATE, then it becomes acetate, methyl acetate. This group is called acetate group because it containing 2 carbon atoms. Common name will be acetic acid and ic acid is replaced by ATE, then it becomes acetate, methyl acetate. Clear? Then what is the IUPAC name? Methyl. 2 carbon atoms are there. What is the IUPAC name of acetic acid? IUPAC name of acetic acid means the acid which containing 2 carbon atoms. The name of an acid which containing 2 carbon atoms is ethanoic acid and replace ic acid by ATE. Then what you get? Methyl ethanoic acid becomes ethanoate. Methyl ethanoate is the IUPAC name of methyl acetate. Okay, now let us move on to the third one. CH3, COO, CH2, CH3. CH3, COO, CH2, CH3. So now what is R dash here? R dash is ethyl group, and what is this acid? Acetic acid. Again it is acetate. So therefore it is ethyl acetate. What is the name? Ethyl acetate. Then what is the IUPAC name? Ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate is the IUPAC name. Instead of methyl, I have written here ethyl group. I'll give one more example. HCOO, CH2, CH3. Now, can you write the common name? What is this group? Ethyl group. And what is this? Formic acid. Correct? So, then the name becomes ethyl formate. Correct? Very simple. This is methyl formate and this is ethyl formate. And what is the IUPAC name? Ethyl ethanoate. What is the IUPAC name? Ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate is the IUPAC name. Clear? Now, ethyl methanoate. This is ethyl formic acid. What is the IUPAC name of formic acid? Methanoic acid, and hence it is ethyl methanoate. Ethyl methanoate is the IUPAC name of HCOO, CH2, CH3. Now, I will replace both R dash and R by CH3, CH2. Then, what is the name? CH2, CH3. What is this compound? What is this? Ethyl and acid containing 3 carbon atoms. What is the common name of acid containing 3 carbon atoms? Propionic acid. Correct? Replace ic acid by ATE. Then what you get? Ethyl propionate. Ethyl propionate. Propionic acid. Ic acid is replaced by ATE and hence the name becomes ethyl propionate. And what is the IUPAC name of propionic acid? Propanoic acid, and hence the name is ethyl propanoate. Propanoate. Propanoic acid, propanoate. While writing, you have to write it correctly because very less difference between ethyl propionate and propanoate. So only the 2 alphabets are different in the name. Just to consider that and write it in a proper way. So you will get the common and the IUPAC name of ester. So on the basis of the IUPAC name and the common name of carboxylic acids, we need to derive the common name and the IUPAC name of esters as they are the derivatives of. Derivatives means the products of carboxylic acids and the alcohols. So this is very important. First we need to name R dash. R dash is an alkyl group always, and this alkyl group is always from alcohol. And then we need to name RCOO. That RCOO is always from what? Carboxylic acids. Now write down this in a separate point. Now I will give some groups and you have to write it in one side. So the groups, that is alkanoate group, as you know that this is HCOOH, formic acid. Remove hydrogen from formic acid, what it becomes? HCOO group. Then what is the name of this group? Formate. Write it on one side. This is formate. Formic acid. Ic acid is replaced by ATE. Similarly, what is this group? What is this compound? Acetic acid. You remove hydrogen, what it becomes? Acetate. Acetate. HCOO group is formate. If you write hyphen means it becomes group now. If you write CHCOOH, it is a compound. Now, if you write a vacant bond like this means, then it indicates it is a group. What is the name of the group HCOO? Formate. What is the name of the group CH3COO? Acetate. Similarly, CH3, CH2COO. What is the name? Propionate. Propionate. Clear? And CH3, CH2, CH2COO. So it is a derivative of butanoic acid. CH3CH2COOH is propionic acid. CH3CH2CH2COOH is butanoic acid. Remove hydrogen, then you will get butyrate. Butyric acid, butyrate. You will get butyrate. Butyric acid, then you will get butyrate. So you have to remember the name of these groups, and in which these two are very, very important. HCOO formate, CH3COO acetate. Now you write the IUPAC name of these groups there. Formate, one carbon, therefore it is methanoate. Methanoate. What about acetate? Ethanoate. Then propanoate. Propanoate. Then butanoate. Butanoate. So write it in one side. These are the groups which are obtained by removing hydrogen from the respective carboxylic acids. So carboxylic acids in the one hydrogen tagidre, then we will get a group, and such groups can be named by common name and IUPAC name by replacing ic acid, the ic acid, corresponding ic acid by ATE. If we replace ic acid of the corresponding name by ATE, then you will get common name and the IUPAC name of the groups which are obtained after removing hydrogen from the respective carboxylic acids. Clear? Now, let us move on to the next one here. Next one is acid amides. Acid amides. So, let us move on to the acid amides. 12th one. Let us move on to acid amides. What's the general functional group of acid amides? Which containing CONH2 group. So 12th one, acid amides. Acid amides. What is the functional group? So the functional group is CONH2. As you know that it is also a derivative of acid. What's the general representation? RCONH2. And what is R there? Maybe hydrogen or the alkyl group. It may be hydrogen or the alkyl group. So yakali it may be hydrogen baritive and because acid amide is also a derivative of acids. The name itself indicates acid amide, amide of a carboxylic acid. RCOOH is carboxylic acid, correct? And in which OH is replaced by NH2, then it becomes acid amide. It is also a derivative of the carboxylic acids. So therefore, it is acid amide and hence the name acid amide here. Now, so it may be hydrogen or the alkyl group here. Now let us consider the general formula. Write down the general formula. How you are going to write the general formula? So alkyl group, what is the general formula? So general formula. So what is the general formula? CN H2N plus 1 CONH2. So this is the general formula derived from alkanes. So the general formula derived from alkanes which containing a functional group CONH2. But we can also derive the functional general formula by using the elements here. Value of N is 0, 1, 2, 3. If you put the value 0 here, C0 carbon will be no in this side, only one hydrogen H1 CONH2 and it becomes the first member HCONH2 means the derivative of formic acid. It becomes the derivative of formic acid. Therefore, the value of N starts from 0. And what is another general formula we can give? CnH2n plus 1 N. CnH2n plus 1 N. And here you need to give the value of N as 1, 2, 3. Put N is equal to 1. What you get? C1 H3n. Correct? You can write it as H CnHNO. Sorry. So it is NO. CnH3NO. Then what you get? HCONH2. See here, carbon 1, hydrogen 3, nitrogen 1 and oxygen 1. So this is the another general formula which is derived from on the basis of elements present in a compound. On the basis of elements present in a compound. So CnH2n plus 1 NO. NO. Clear? So this is the general formula. Now how to name this compound? So very simple. Common name. So common name is, first you have to write the common name of acid, carboxylic acid. Okay, carboxylic acid. From the common name of carboxylic acid, you have to remove ic acid and you have to add the word amide. So very simple. So from the common name of carboxylic acid, you have to remove ic acid and you have to replace it by amide. Formic acid, formamide. So ic acid is removed by amide, the word amide. Similarly, in case of IUPAC system, so again IUPAC name of carboxylic acid and it is replaced by ic acid by amide. So ic acid by amide, then it becomes alkanamide. So that is about the IUPAC and the common name of respective acid amides. Let us move on to the examples now. So here instead of ic acid, even you can take the name of the alkane also here. Terminal E of the alkane is removed and it is replaced by amide. Then what you get? Alkanamide. And it is very simple. So while giving the name of an alkane, you have to consider the carbon atom present in a functional group to the root word. So it including the carbon atom of a functional group ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಗೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ while naming the alkane. So write the name of a alkane on the basis of number of carbon atoms including the carbon atom present in a functional group and remove terminal E and add amide. What you get? Alkanamide. Okay, so IUPAC name ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ oic acid, here oic acid is replaced by amide, then also you will get alkanamide. So alkanamide is a IUPAC name and here you will directly get by replacing ic acid by amide. So this is about the common and the IUPAC name. So note on this, oic acid is replaced by amide here and ic acid is removed by amide here, or you can take the name of the alkane. While taking the name of the alkane, IUPAC name of the alkane, so you have to consider the carbon atom of the CONH2 group, that is functional group. So once you get the name of alkane, replace terminal E by the word amide, then you will get alkanamide as a IUPAC name of acid chloride. So let us move on to the examples. So write 3 columns here. First one is formula and common name common name and IUPAC name. IUPAC name. So common name and IUPAC name. So let me give the first one. So let me write R is equal to H, then RCONH2. When R is equal to methyl group, CH3CONH2. When R is equal to ethyl group, CH3CONH2. When R is equal to propyl group. So these four members are important. NH2. So this is the name. Now let us move on to the name, common name. What is the common name of acid? HCOOH, formic acid, where OH is replaced by NH2 and hence the name is formic acid. Formic acid is removed by amide, replaced by amide. So hence the name is formamide. What is the name? Formamide. Okay. Now how to name the IUPAC name? Alkanamide. Alkanamide. Alkane. What is the name of the alkane here? Acid containing only one carbon and that carbon belongs to functional group. Meth is the root word. Methane is the IUPAC name of the alkane. Remove terminal E and add amide word, then it becomes methanamide. Methanamide. Methane, I'll write it. Methane, remove terminal E and add the word amide, then what you get? So methanamide. What you get here? Methanamide. Okay, this is the IUPAC name. Or you can write the IUPAC name of carboxylic acid, methanoic acid, and replace oic acid by amide, then you will get methanamide. So you can derive the IUPAC name either from alkanes, name of the alkanes, or from the IUPAC names of carboxylic acids. Now similarly write the common and IUPAC name for this. You know that it is a derivative of acetic acid and hence acetamide. Acetamide. Acetic acid. Remove ic acid and add the word amide, then you will get acetamide. Then how many carbon atoms are there? 2 carbon atoms. Ethane is the name of the alkane and hence the name ethanamide. Ethanamide. Ethanamide is the IUPAC name. Or ethanoic acid. Remove oic acid and add the word amide, you will get ethanamide. Okay. Now how many carbon atoms here in an acid? 3. Propionic acid. So propionic acid. Propionic acid. So ic acid is removed by replaced by a word amide, then you will get propionamide. Propionamide. Propionamide is the common name for this CH3CH2CONH2 acid containing 3 carbon atoms. The common name of the acid is propionic acid. Replace ic acid by amide, then you will get propionamide. Okay. Now what is the IUPAC name of the alkane which containing 3 carbon? Propane. Replace terminal E by amide, the word amide, then propanamide. Propanamide is the IUPAC name. Propanamide is the IUPAC name. Now what about this? CH3CH2CH2 CONH2. Total carbon atoms are 4. Butyric acid, butyramide. Butyramide. Ic acid is replaced by amide and hence the name butyramide. Okay. Now what is the IUPAC name? Butane or butanoic acid. Terminal E or the oic acid is replaced by amide and hence the name is butanamide. Hence the name is butanamide. So this is about the common and the IUPAC name of acid amides. Acid amides are also the derivatives of carboxylic acids. ಈಗ aldehydes ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ acid chlorides, esters or acid amides. All these class of organic compounds requires the common name and IUPAC name of carboxylic acid. So you have to practice the common and IUPAC name of carboxylic acid, then you can easily give the common and IUPAC name of acid chlorides, acid anhydrides and acid amides also, and even the esters, because all these are the derivatives of carboxylic acids. Clear? Now let us move on to the next class of organic compounds here. Next class of organic compounds. So 13th one, amines. So before going to amines, as we know that classified into three types. Amines are classified into three types. NH2 group, if it is there, 1 degree, that is primary amines. NH, if it is there, secondary amines. And only nitrogen, if it is there, then it is tertiary amines. So primary amines, ammonia, it is these are the derivatives of ammonia, replacing one hydrogen by a alkyl group. So if we replace one hydrogen atom of ammonia by a alkyl group, then you will get primary amine, and the primary amine functional group is RNH2. Then the representation will be RNH2, because one hydrogen is replaced by alkyl group. If two hydrogen atoms of ammonia is replaced by alkyl group, then it becomes secondary amine. Secondary amine is a functional group NH. Clear? And here you have to write R dash. R and R dash may be same or it may be different. R and R dash may be same or it may be different. Okay. Now, if all the three hydrogen atoms of ammonia, if it is replaced by alkyl group, then you will get a tertiary amine, that is R dash, and here it is R double dash. This becomes tertiary amine. Note down the functional group here. Amino, imino, tertiary nitrogen. NH2 primary amine, NH idre secondary amine, and N idre tertiary amine. So here one valency of a nitrogen is replaced by alkyl group, and here two valencies are satisfied by two alkyl groups, and here it is satisfied by three alkyl groups. Very, very important. Primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine. And remember the functional group of primary, secondary and tertiary. These are the derivatives of ammonia. Derivative means as they are obtained from ammonia by replacing hydrogen by alkyl group. And here also R and R dash, R double dash may be same or it may be different. It may be different. R dash, R double dash may be same or it may be different. So this is about the primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Let us move on to the common name and the IUPAC name of this primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So let us move on to the first one, primary amines. Remember this and note on this. Move on to primary amines. Primary amines. What is a functional group? Functional group of primary amines is NH2. NH2, and the secondary suffix here is amine. Amine is the secondary suffix, and here how to represent? RNH2. RNH2. Now you can write the general formula. So what is the general formula? So general formula. Write the general formula of alkyl groups. What is this? CN H2N plus 1 NH2. So this is the general formula of primary amine. It starts from 1, 2, 3. So because here R is always an alkyl group. It is always alkyl group. It is always alkyl group. If it is hydrogen, it becomes ammonia. Therefore, it is always an alkyl group. Therefore, the value of N starts from 1. Even you can include this hydrogen to here. If you include this hydrogen to here means you will get the general formula as CnH2n plus 3n. You can also write the general formula like this. CnH2n plus 1 NH2 or CnH2n plus 3n. So that is also the general formula of primary amines and the value of N is 1 to 3. So let us move on to the common name and the IUPAC name. So in a common name, just you have to write the name of alkyl group and add a word amine. Then it becomes alkyl amine. To the name of common name of the alkyl group, include in the prefixes. Prefixes means there it comes N, normal, iso like that. So including that you have to write the common name of the alkyl group followed by the word amine. Then it becomes alkyl amine is the common name. And what is the IUPAC name? IUPAC name. In the IUPAC name, you have to consider the name of alkene, remove terminal E and add the word amine. Then it becomes alkanamine. What is the name? Alkanamine. Alkanamine is the IUPAC name and alkyl amine is the common name. Now let us move on to the examples. Move on to the examples. Note down this. Move on to the examples. Formula. Write on the formula. And common name. Common name. And IUPAC name. IUPAC name. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಮೈನ್ಸನ್ನು ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ, ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಮೋರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಮೈನ್ಸ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದರ ಕಾಮನ್ ನೇಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಐಯುಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೇಮನ್ನ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐಯುಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಮೈನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. CH3NH2, first one. Second, CH2NH2. Before going to this, let me write the common name here. What is the common name we need to write? Alkyl amine, common name of the alkyl group followed by the word amine, and here alkanamine. Alkanamine is the IUPAC name. So total number of carbon atoms, on the basis of that we need to give the common IUPAC name of the alkane in which terminal E is replaced by the word amine. Then you will get the common and the IUPAC name. So now first one, CH3NH2. Second, CH3CH2NH2. Third one, CH3CH2CH2NH2. Fourth one, CH3CH3NH2. Now give the common name and the IUPAC name. Try to give the common name and the IUPAC name here. Try to give the common and the IUPAC name here. So first one is you have to write the name of the alkyl group. What is alkyl group here? Methyl group. Therefore the name is methyl amine. Very simple. Name of the alkyl group is methyl and it is added with the word amine and hence the name is methyl amine. Then what about the IUPAC name? Since it containing one carbon, methane is the IUPAC name of the alkane and it is replaced by the terminal E is replaced by the word amine and hence it becomes methanamine. Methanamine is the IUPAC name. Okay, now let us move on to the second one. What is this group? Ethyl group, correct? Ethyl amine. Ethyl amine is the common name. Ethyl amine is the common name. So, ethane is the IUPAC name of the alkane. Remove terminal E and add amine, the word amine, ethanamine. It becomes ethanamine. Ethane, remove terminal E and add amine, the word amine, then you will get ethanamine. Now, what is this group? Propyl group, correct? CH3, CH2, CH2 group is propyl group. Since the carbon chain is straight, you can say it is N-propyl. So, therefore, N-propyl, that is the name of the alkyl, followed by the word amine, then the name will be N-propyl amine. So, name of the alkyl group is N-propyl, N-propyl amine. Now, what is the name of the alkane? Propanamine. Propane, remove the terminal E and add the word amine, then it becomes propanamine. Now, what is this alkyl group? Definitely it is also propyl, but the chain is branched, therefore it is isopropyl. Isopropyl amine. Isopropyl amine. Now, to give the IUPAC name, you have to select the continuous longest chain, correct? So, continuous longest chain here is 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. So, on the second carbon, you have a NH2 group, amino group. So, remember here, the name, while giving the common IUPAC name of alcohols and the amines. So, alcohols and amines are such type of functional groups. So, they are act as like terminal functional groups and also as non-terminal functional groups. So, OH group now alcohols na baribekadru kuda OH na it may be present at the end of the carbon chain or it may be present at anywhere in the carbon chain. So, andre non-terminal lo agbodu, terminal functional group kuda agbodu. So, but here while giving the locant you have to name it as the position of NH2 group is on the second carbon. So, therefore, propane 2 amine. Amine is on the second carbon and we need to follow the longest chain rule here. So, you cannot write like this, that is 1 methyl ethanamine. You cannot write as 1 methyl ethanamine here because the NH2 group is such a group which can act both as the terminal and the non-terminal functional group. So, therefore, it is propane 2 amine. So, propanamine and propane 2 amine. Propane 2 amine. And here in a previous example, even you can give the name number here 1, 2, 3 and NH2 group is on the first carbon. Even you can write it here 1 amine and you can write it as propanamine. So, propanamine. Now, you can understand this. So, propane 1 amine, propane 2 amine. So, remember these two. This will be the example for the isomers. So, I will give the isomerism in the next concept. You need to remember some of these examples. Propane 1 amine and propane 2 amine. So, the position of NH2 group here it is different. So, let us move on to the next example. Fourth one. Move on to the fifth example. Fifth one. So, let us increase the carbon by 1 unit. CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. Try to write the common name. CH3, CH3, CH2NH2, and seventh one CH3, CH2, CHNH2, CH3, eighth one CH3, 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 NH2. See, it is clear that the alkyl group is containing 4 carbon atoms here. I have given the 4 members of butyl derivatives, correct? Butyl group, 4 alkyl group containing 4 carbon atoms is butyl. So this is normal butyl and hence it is N-butyl amine. Helboda N-butyl amine, correct? Now give the IUPAC name. Butanamine, butane 1 amine, butanamine, butane 1 amine, then it becomes butanamine, then it becomes butanamine, butane 1 amine, butanamine. And what about this? What about this? So isobutyl, because the carbon chain is branched, therefore it is isobutyl amine. Isobutyl amine, because the carbon chain is branched. Now you select the longest chain. On the second carbon we have methyl group and on the first carbon we have amine functional group 2-methyl propanamine. So what is the name? 2-methyl propane 1 amine, or instead, as I said, if the locant is 1, you can ignore it. If you ignore the locant 1 means, then it becomes propanamine. Okay, 2-methyl propanamine, 2-methyl, such chain is branched. Therefore, we need to select that carbon chain which containing a functional group. Therefore, I have selected this carbon chain. Now, what about this group? This is also butyl, but the vacant bond is at the secondary carbon and hence it is secondary butyl group and hence the name is secondary butyl amine. Secondary butyl amine, correct? Now, give the IUPAC name 1, 2, 3, 4. Butane 2 amine. On the second carbon we have amino group. Therefore, butane 2 amine. Butane 2 amine is the IUPAC name. Clear? Now, let us move on to this alkyl group. What is this alkyl group? No doubt it is butyl, but it containing 1 tertiary carbon. Hence, the name is tertiary butyl. So, tertiary butyl amine. So, tertiary butyl amine. So, tertiary butyl amine. You can write it as 3 degree tertiary butyl amine, and it is also you can write it as 2 degree here, or you can write it as word tertiary butyl amine or 3 degree butyl amine. Now give the IUPAC name 1, 2, 3. So you have to select the longest chain. This is the possible longest chain. Propane. Before propane we have a substituent group here. Methyl becomes a substituent group which is present on the second carbon. So 2-methyl propane 2 amine. So what is the name? 2-methyl propane 2 amine. 2-methyl propane 2 amine. So you have to select the longest continuous carbon chain. So this is the maximum possible longest chain. On the second carbon we have methyl group and on the second again we have functional group also. Therefore 2-methyl propane 2 amine. So that is the IUPAC name of tertiary butyl amine. You need to practice this common name and the IUPAC name repeatedly so that you can write the common and the IUPAC name very easily. And amine is the word that you have to add to the name of the alkyl group, and here you have to add the amine word by replacing terminal E of the name of the alkane, and it is simple and you need to practice. So, let me continue the next class of compounds in the next class. Okay. So, let me give the remaining class of organic compounds in the next class. Thank you.